Hello, hello, hello. I got on this live because I'm basically mad as hell. I'm scared and I'm concerned. There have been 218 school shootings so far this year. Most recently, there was one in Georgia. So I started having a conversation with my nephew yesterday about active school shooter training. What is the plan? So I said, hey, I talked to him about the current event and I asked him what was the plan at his school. He said they never had a drill. So I asked him again, like, what is your school's plan if there is an active shooter in your building? He said, Auntie, I'm telling you, we've only had a tornado drill and a fire drill. So I'm like, oh, well, he has to be mistaken. Not that I don't trust his judgment, but perhaps he was absent on the day that this occurred. Because it couldn't be in 2024 with all of these school shootings that's happening across America that they have not prepared my nephew and all of the other students at Global Tech Academy for an active shooting. So I said, you know what? Let me call the principal, who I love and adore. This is not a dig at the principal. She's a very young, strong, brilliant Black woman that leads that school. Her hands are tied because she only can do what the management company allows her to do at the school. But I called her and I said, my nephew said that you have not had any active shooter trainings at your school. Is he mistaken? She said no. We actually have one scheduled on the 27th of this month. You telling me that your first time training your staff and the kids at your school, excuse me, for an active shooter situation is going to be on September 27th of this month. When Romulus was just locked down, I said Romulus was just on lockdown for a potential shooting because a shooting happened at a football game a week or so ago. And I guess they locked the school down as a safety precaution. I don't know if it was a threat or whatever. But Romulus is right next door to Ipsy, ma'am. So it's getting closer and closer to home. And you're telling me that you're just now scheduling an active shooter training September the 27th, 2024. When Columbine was, I don't know how long ago. What the hell is wrong with these people? I get it. We shouldn't even have to have active shooter training in the first place. But I'm beyond that because we got to have it. It's here. Now, my nephew had a plan. He told me he knew where all of the egress doors was. He said, Auntie, it's a door in Miss Stormer's class. It's a door here. It's a door there. He named 5 doors in the school that he could exit from because it's a very small school. He named 5 doors that he could exit from, and he told me, I will keep running until I get to the gas station that's on the corner, and then I'm going to call you. Why did my 11-year-old great nephew have to come up with his own safety plan for active school shootings? Why did he even have to come up with his own plan? Why haven't you had a drill at this school before the training you have scheduled in a couple of weeks? They just really want me to come up to the school and just do what I do. And I'm going to bring his Auntie Trisha. You need to go to this next school board meeting and ask them what the hell is wrong with you. You're just now training your staff and students this month on active shooter training? What the hell is wrong with you? I'm mad as hell. I'm concerned. I don't know how many other parents that have a child at this school even knows that this hasn't taken place, that they've only had fire drills and tornado drills. I don't know. But for me and my nephew, I'm mad as hell. I'm scared. I'm concerned. I will be at the next school board meeting to express my concern to this management company. How dare you not prepare your staff and students in an active shooter training? I got set up and police called on me, so I was attacked. Okay, Queen Diamonds, that's not what I'm talking about right now, but I guess you can inbox me and let me talk to you a little bit more about that. Right now, I'm on the active shooter thing. I feel like hurt hearts. We got to heal the hearts of our kids. Another thing is access. Where are they getting the guns from? Well, you can get a gun on the street. One of my nephews told me, like, hey, Auntie, I can get a gun anytime I want to. He's 18. He said, anytime I want to, I can get a gun illegally. So that's the first thing. They want to change all of the gun laws and they're talking about reform. Look, I exercise my Second Amendment right. I carry it. My nephew knows that. We have a safe in our house. Everything is locked down. And we are very precautious about that. He does not have access to weapons within our home. But it's so easy for these kids to get a gun on the street. Then they want to talk about legislation. Well, I got a brilliant idea. If we want to get assault rifles off the street, this is all we got to do. See, because they don't want us to have them. So I was talking to Trisha about it. Like, you know what? All we got to do is call a black gun blackout. And what does that mean? Everybody that look like me, that's eligible, on the same day and the same time, go to these gun shops and attempt to purchase an assault rifle. I guarantee you, the next day, they're going to call the police, number one, because there's too many of us in line to buy assault rifles. So they're going to call the police. But the very next day, I guarantee you they're signing a legislation, a ban on assault rifles, because we got it. That's all we got to do. Everybody who is eligible within the law, go on the same day at the same time to your local gun shop and attempt to buy an assault rifle. Not my white brothers and sisters, black ones. We will have reform the next day. That's all we got to do. But as far as this school not having an active shooter drill, with all of this that's going on, reprehensible, unacceptable. And I asked the principal, and it's not her fault, so don't start flooding the principal with phone calls or whatever. She's a wonderful young Black woman who is educated, an excellent leader, and compassionate. I like her. But the management company that's running this school, you got this all messed up. You got it all messed up. And they are going to hear from me at the next school meeting. I'm bringing Trisha with me, and we're bringing all the smoke. I want answers. I want a plan. And I want to know why. It's my understanding that the majority of the administration is of a Muslim descent. I'm okay with that. Perhaps they think you can just pray this away. I don't know. But I know they need a plan. I know that my 11-year-old great nephew shouldn't have been the one coming up with his own safety plan in case an active shooter is at his school. I'm glad he has one. And I'm glad I talked to him about everything that happens in this world. I don't shelter him. I was surprised they didn't talk about it at school. He said they didn't bring it up. I don't know why. This is like every time a school shooting happens, those kids need to be able to process. They watch news, they watch YouTube, they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok. So don't try to act like if you don't bring it up at school, they don't know. They know what the hell going on. They know more than we do because they're on all of the social media apps. So a conversation could have easily been held just to manage their emotions and grief associated with the fact that shootings happen in a place that they go to learn. Period. So that's my percolated thought. Look for more of these to come up. I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of things I keep to myself. People say, oh, you're so outspoken. Not really. You should hear the things that I keep to myself. But sometimes I'll have a thought and I don't say it. And then it'll circle back around and I have to say it. So this is just the first of many of Black Coffee's percolated thoughts because my blood is boiling behind this. Keep your baby safe. I love you all. Wrap your arms around your kids. Educate your kids. Ask them what the plan is. See, do they know? Because if I would not have asked my nephew that question, I would not have known. I just assumed that they did active shooter drills and they were doing this at the school and it had taken place. If I hadn't talked to him to process the school shootings that happened in Atlanta, I would not have known that they have not had, and he's in the 6th grade, they have not had one active shooter drill or training at that damn school. So that's it. Have a wonderful day. Love on your babies. Talk to your babies. Train them on what to do in these situations at home. And check with your school administration so you just won't be floored like I was to find out that this has never occurred. You have a wonderful day. That's my percolated thought, and I'll be back the next time I have one. Have a wonderful day.